Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Another evening back down the garage. GTC, it is running. It is now running. We never made it to the show like we wanted to. It is now running and driving. Needs a new battery. Battery's decided to give up on me. But we'll get round to that at some point. I don't know when. We do have a little bit of a special guest appearance today. So you'll probably recognise it, and it's sort of all the rage on Instagram and bits and pieces at the moment. But we do have Mike and Alice have stopped by on their monstrous journey from northern Sweden to Ford Fair's the end goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm really impressed, to be honest. It's a long way to go in these cars. I mean, I know sort of you can't really compare Little Red to this in terms of I mean, this has got nice seats in it, and it's still got, you know, glass windows and all the nice amenities, but they're still really old cars, and that's some fairly impressive mileage. So yeah, so we are Mike came into Folkestone when he crossed the channel. He came into Folkestone and is now this evening going to make his way up to Cambridge to meet with AD, ready for the Fiesta 123 meet tomorrow. But I managed to double book myself, so I'm now not going to the Fiesta 123 meet. But I thought, seeing as we're sort of like literally a 5-minute detour here at the garage from the M20, so invited Mike to come and use the amenities at the garage here. So we've done plugs, oil, filter, that kind of thing, just to get a running sweet, basically. Mike did break down Belgium. If I stand this way, you'll actually be in the camera, wouldn't you, instead? That's probably a good idea. Did break down in Belgium, turned out to be plugs, and then sort of later realised that you'd never changed the plugs since the engine had come from the scrapyard, so it was still on the plugs that have been in there for God knows how long, don't know. So yeah, done oil, filter, plugs, starts, runs lovely. So yeah, all good to go to send him on his way. Whilst he's here, we are going to take Little Red out for a little drive around the block, and see if I can't scare him half as much as I scared AD the last time I took him out in it, and go from there. But yeah, really impressed with this little Fiesta, the little Fiesta that could. So yeah, I mean, well, overall it's going to be, by the time you've got home, 4,000 miles.
It's just under. It's about 3,600 and something miles. So yeah, it's a long journey. Somebody did say to me the other day, when was the last time you took your classic car that distance? And yeah, done a fair few miles.
To put it in perspective, between here and Cambridge is, I think it's about 68 miles, something like that. I drive this to Cambridge and back, and I don't want to get in the thing for 4 weeks because I've had enough of it. So yeah, that's you know, a few thousand miles is quite an amazing feat.
And
so
we've not got home yet, so
yeah, well, that's exactly it. You drive all the way here. They've got to drive home yet. So yeah, really impressed on that front. But
and I keep saying, going back again, it's uphill because we're going to we're going to the top of the world. We're going up to the Arctic Circle, back up to the Arctic Circle, so it's uphill all the way.
Yeah,
it's done really well downhill.
Yeah, that's it. Coast it all the way downhill.
Yeah, she's now got to go uphill.
No, I'm confident it will make it. It's yeah, it's made it this far, and
yeah.
Overall, the Z-Tech's fairly reliable anyway, aren't they? So,
yeah, it's done really well. I've been impressed myself with it. That I thought I was going to have more problems with it than what it was, and I've had, well, apart from a set of spark plugs, that's it. I thought I was going to have more, and it didn't. So yeah, I've been as impressed as everybody else, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can't complain at that. If that was this, it would have thrown a rod and showed, you know, had windows in the block and all sorts by then. I should think, but there we go. So right, should we take a little drive around the block?
Yeah.
I keep saying should we take it for a little spin around the block, but that's probably not the right phrase to use, is it really? So yeah, let's. I'll get it warmed up and get the alternator sorted out, because that does like to squill, as we know, when I first start up. And yeah, we'll go for a little drive. Wonderful. Right,
exciting.
Here we go.
Getting the wrong side of that. I've got Ian. Right, I'm in, and it's a lot snugger than my car. I'll put it that way. load of belts that I don't really know how to put on yet.
Try and get the steering wheel lined up. There we go. Steering wheel on. That's it, right. Let's sit on that one there. Pull that one out. Go, stick that one over your shoulder there. It's going to need adjusting a bit.
One of these just
Literally just pull it over there, adjust that down there, adjust the other one on the other side.
well, I'm in.
You in? Bye. Get mine on. Charge cooler on. Okay, ready?
I don't know.
Ready as you'll ever be. Squeeze it past there. Tad louder than yours.
I was just gonna say it's slightly noisier than mine.
It's the rattling more than anything.
So far, so good.
I'll break you in gently. It's all right. A good sort of quarter of a kilometre in front of us before I give it the beans, otherwise we'll be in the back of that car quite quickly.
Here we go. With the car to keep it in a straight line. That's amazing. Horsepower? 200?
So it's 200. It was 198 is what we turned it down to.
Right.
It made 200, I think it was 208, 209, something like that. And we were starting to realise something wasn't right, and that's when we worked out the valves were missing. So yeah, we turned it back down to £10 a boost. And yeah, 198, makes 200 and something foot-pound of torque. Definitely fast enough.
Wow.
There you go.
What an absolute beast this thing is. That was amazing. I can definitely see where 80 was coming from. It's going to take a couple of weeks to get over that. But that was amazing. That was absolutely brilliant. Whew. I'm going to get out of the car and then we're going to end the video there because I don't think we can do it in here. My God.
Right, I've come let you out because the Right, okay. As you can see, it's not 10 minutes ago when we last just spoke. That was actually, when was Mike down? Mike the mechanic. Mike the mechanic was here over a month ago now. That's how long it's been since I've actually been in the garage. Dean is obviously down here this evening with us. Yeah, so we took Mike out, seemed to love it. He's actually back home in Sweden now. Their trip went really well. So fair play to little Alice the Mk1 Fiesta that drove all the way from northern Sweden to Herbie's American Diner. Well, Ford Fest, and then all the way back again. So yeah, really quite impressive. But as I said in the beginning of the video, GTC did not make it to Classics on the Green like we had planned to. It came very, very close, just didn't quite make it. Since then, we've done a whole load of extra little bits and pieces that were just finishing it all off. We got it up and running. My dad took it out for a drive the other week, drove it lovely, went out, got a beer somewhere in North Kent and just, you know, enjoyed it. We had a little leak on the transmission cooler, which I'll show you in a minute, because we replaced the transmission cooler with a modern one because the old one was just completely ruined. Went to roll it out the driveway this evening and no brakes. No brakes at all, nothing. Had a little look and there was no fluid in the reservoir. No puddles apart from gearbox fluid, that is, ignore that. No puddles underneath the car or anything like that, so it kind of only left us to assume that it was getting sucked into the servo, and we've just spent the last half hour or so stripping the servo down, and you can see there's fluid everywhere. It's quite clear. There's been quite a lot of brake fluid pouring into the inside of that, and basically it just comes down to, it's in this bag here, but the piston in the back of there had one of the back seals had gone on it. It didn't look that bad, did it? It had a little bit of scoring in it, didn't look that bad, but that's the only place it can be coming from at that point. So we have ordered a new seal kit. Yeah, we've ordered a new seal kit from QRG. I've got to ring them tomorrow to get a little gasket for the breather, for the vacuum on the servo. But once that's done, it should be pretty good to go. Now I have run this evening, so it's not going to be a true cold start, but it's been a while since you guys have heard it run. So if I just quickly start it up, this is I say fully rebuilt engine. Fully rebuilt. We didn't take the heads off. Did everything else. Didn't take the heads off. There's no point in me putting my foot on the brake because the brake doesn't work. But there we go. There is a wonderful, beautiful running V6. I've got to keep my finger on there because that's where the vacuum line for the servo goes. But yeah, it runs very, very nicely. When we did take it for a drive, it drove very nicely indeed. It drove very, very smoothly and pulled really nicely as well, almost better than it was before. So really happy that that's all gone back together. We'll get this servo kit, get that back together, throw that in, and then retro in
2 weeks.
Less than
Week and a half.
15 days? 13 days. I don't know. About a week and a half. So yeah, we've got that to do. I've got some bits to do on the Fiesta today, but you're going to see that in the next video. And yeah, I guess it'll be this one. It'll be the Fiesta video, and then retro. Happy days. Right, as always, like, comment, subscribe. I know this one took forever to bring out, but life just gets in the way. got a good one for the Fiesta next. You'll like this one. You'll like this one. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da.